Hi there everybody, I hope you liked that little intro. I had made it for a different video at one point and thought that maybe people would like a little bit more detail on how to make a baby Yoda or the child from the Mandalorian speeder bike. And so I set out to just make that real quick here. The basic design here is not my own. This came from Lego itself in one of their Christmas time advent calendars. And so it's a very simple design, very small obviously, and not that many parts. So what we'll do is I'll post those advent calendar instructions up in the top corner, and we'll go through step by step, and that way if you have the parts, you can just throw one together. And then your baby Yoda can ride along in style with the Mandalorian. So let's get started. You're going to take two of these bricks that have studs on all four sides, lay them sideways, and attach them to a gray brick that has a front-facing stud with the recessed front-facing stud. You're going to then throw the other four stud-sided brick on that, and then add in this this brown little slope piece, basically a little cheese wedge, and that'll constitute kind of the main body. Next, let's add some pieces to the top. You're going to take this tan piece, a 1x2 plate, put it on top, put a little, basically kind of like a backrest sort of thing sitting there, a 1x1 single tile in the dark blue-gray, and then add a brown clip to the top of that. Then take your bucket handle and stick that on there, and that will be your handlebars. Next, let's make two little saddle bags, little side bags on the side. They're not really saddle bags, but I'm just going to call them that, because this kind of makes me think of a motorcycle. They take the curved slope, the 1x2 curved slope in the reddish brown with two single plates, and attach those to the side. So there you have that. So far so good. We're nearly done. Let's add in those little front bar things. You take these little pieces here, it's basically a stud with a bar shooting off, and then you add in two black lightsaber hilts. Now they have it where the double little ridges are towards the bar, so let's attach it that way. And then we will add these little clips to those, and we'll have to adjust those possibly in a little minute, because we might not get them exactly right. Knocked over Yoda, or Baby Yoda, or the child. I know, he's got a name now. But and then you're going to snap those onto the sides, and then give them a nice little tilt, so they have this kind of upward and outward tilt to simulate those little triangular blades that were on the front of the speeder in The Return of the Jedi on Endor. I'm going to scoot them towards the front, because I think that's probably more appropriate for where they go. I'm going to make them nice and level, and then the final step is going to be to add a base. They used a green disc or dish with a clear single brick, round brick, and then just shove that on the bottom. I'm going to change it to a clear one. I know they did green because they were on Endor. I'm doing clear because I'd rather it to be clear. So let's go throw our little The Child on, and that is all it is. As I said, it's a very simple build. Of course, it has to be simple because it came from a Lego Advent Calendar set. But in case you didn't have the instructions, or in case you just felt like seeing how to build one and just then go do it yourself, here is a completed little miniature project, very easy. And now your Mandalorian speeder bike can be escorted by his best bud, the child, in his tiny little speeder bike. Woo!